Did you know that the glass of plain water you drink right before bed, something that seems like a healthy habit, could actually be the very reason you wake up in the middle of the night, often around 2 a.m.? I'm not saying this to worry you, but to help you take a closer look at a habit many older adults in America follow every evening. Take Susan, 67, from a quiet town in Ohio. She believed that drinking a full glass of water before bed would keep her body hydrated and healthier. But nearly every night, she found herself waking up tired because she had to get up 2 or 3 times to use the bathroom and then struggled to fall back asleep. Why does this happen? Water, while wonderful for your body during the day, doesn't provide the calming nutrients your nervous system needs at night. In fact, drinking too much right before bed stimulates the bladder, making it more active and forcing you to wake up. According to the National Sleep Foundation, about 60% of Americans over 60 report difficulty staying asleep through the night, and part of the problem comes from habits that seem harmless, like this one. The interesting part is what happened when Susan swapped that glass of water for a warm cup of chamomile tea. After just 1 week, she was sleeping more deeply, waking up less often, and rising in the morning feeling refreshed and clear-headed. Her story reminds us, sometimes getting better sleep doesn't mean turning to sleeping pills. It simply means changing one small habit. And today, I'm going to share 5 bedtime drinks that can help you sleep more soundly, reduce nighttime wake-ups, and wake up in the morning with steady energy. The science of sleep after 60. Why your body struggles. Once we pass the age of 60, our bodies no longer function the way they did in our 30s or 40s, and this has a direct impact on sleep. One of the most noticeable changes is a drop in melatonin, the hormone that signals the body when it's time to rest. A 2020 Harvard study found that melatonin levels in adults over 60 are about 20% lower than in younger people, which makes it harder for the brain to instruct the body to enter deep, restorative sleep. It's not just melatonin. Hormones that help the body hold water also decline, leaving the bladder more sensitive. That's why so many older adults in America wake up 1 to 3 times a night to use the bathroom, even if they didn't drink much water during the day. On top of that, the nervous system becomes more easily stimulated. Just a little stress, or the blue light from a phone or tablet before bed, can flip the brain into alert mode for much longer than it used to. Compare this with younger adults, and the difference is striking. At 25, all you had to do was turn off the light, close your eyes, and sleep would come within minutes, lasting a solid 6 to 8 hours. But after 60, the body takes longer to relax, sleep is more fragile, and the deep sleep phase, the stage that's most critical for repair, becomes shorter. What makes things worse is that many of us unknowingly sabotage our own rest. Drinking a big glass of water right before bed or scrolling on a phone in the dark keeps both the bladder and the nervous system overactive, making it harder to fall asleep or stay asleep through the night. When we understand these natural changes, we can start making better choices. And one of the most effective steps is rethinking what we drink before bed. Instead of plain water, which is great during the day but not always ideal at night, choosing the right evening drink can provide nutrients, calm the body, and set the stage for a deeper, more refreshing sleep. In the next part, I'll explain why plain water, though healthy during the day, isn't the best choice before bedtime. Why water isn't enough. The problem with your nightly hydration. Plain water is absolutely essential for health during the day, but at night, especially right before bed, it may not be the best friend for your sleep. First reason, plain water doesn't contain key nutrients like magnesium, glycine, or tryptophan. These 3 have been shown in scientific studies to relax the nervous system, slow the heart rate, and trigger melatonin production. Without them, your brain and body struggle to shift into deep rest. Second reason, the pressure on your bladder. After 60, the bladder becomes much more sensitive. Drinking a large glass of water right before bed almost guarantees you'll be waking up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom. That not only cuts off your deep sleep, but also makes it harder to fall back asleep, especially if it's close to morning. Third reason, plain water doesn't calm the nervous system. After a long, stressful day, your body needs a signal to say, it's time to relax. Warm, nutrient-rich drinks like almond milk or golden milk, warm milk with turmeric, can send that signal. Plain water cannot. Take John, 62, from Texas as an example. He used to drink a big glass of water right before bed, and almost every night he'd wake up 3 times. After switching to a small cup of warm golden milk about an hour before sleep, he woke up only once, and more importantly, his deep sleep lasted longer. Another common mistake is drinking cold water or drinking too close to bedtime. Cold water can lower your core body temperature just enough for the brain to misread the signal, thinking it's not yet time to rest, slowing down the relaxation process. The takeaway here is clear. It's not just about drinking water, it's about what you drink and when you drink it. And in the next section, I'll introduce you to the very first bedtime drink that can completely transform the way you drift off to sleep. Warm, lightly fragrant, and full of nutrients that soothe your nerves. Drink number 1, warm almond milk, your cozy sleep booster. If there's one drink that feels warm, gentle, and sends your body the clear signal, it's time to rest, it's warm almond milk. More than just a plant-based milk, almond milk contains magnesium, a mineral that relaxes muscles and eases nervous tension, along with tryptophan, an amino acid that helps your body produce melatonin, the hormone that regulates your sleep-wake cycle. A 2014 study published in the Journal of Research and Medical Sciences found that people who added magnesium to their diet experienced a significant improvement in both sleep length and quality, especially adults over 60. When combined with the natural tryptophan in almond milk, the results become even more powerful. Take Linda, age 70, from California. She used to spend nearly 40 minutes trying to fall asleep, only to wake up again around 3 a.m. But after just 5 nights of swapping her evening glass of water for 4 ounces of warm, unsweetened almond milk with a pinch of cinnamon, she was falling asleep faster, gaining an extra 30 minutes of deep sleep on average, and waking less often through the night. How to make it? Warm about 4 ounces, 120 milliliters, of unsweetened almond milk. Look for one without added flavors or fillers. Add a small pinch of cinnamon for taste and circulation support. Sip it slowly, about 60-90 minutes before bed. This window gives your body time to absorb the nutrients and settle into relaxation. Compared to cow's milk, almond milk has a big advantage for older adults. It's lactose-free. Since lactose sensitivity is common after 60, almond milk avoids issues like bloating or nighttime indigestion that can disturb sleep. But watch out for 2 common mistakes. First, choosing sweetened almond milk. Added sugar can raise blood sugar levels and make your body more alert, making sleep harder. Second, drinking too much. More than 8 ounces, 250 ml, can leave you feeling too full, which may backfire and disturb sleep. If you could see it in a diagram, here's how it works. Tryptophan from almond milk converts into serotonin. Then serotonin converts into melatonin. As melatonin rises, your body gets the sleep signal. Your heart rate slows, your breathing steadies, and your brain shifts into slow wave activity, the foundation of deep, restorative sleep. The takeaway is this: you don't always need sleeping pills for a good night's rest. Sometimes, just 1 small cup of warm almond milk is enough to help your body set the perfect stage for deep, soothing, uninterrupted sleep. Drink number 2, chamomile tea, nature's gentle sedative. If I had to choose just one tea that people all around the world turn to when they want to calm the mind and slip into sleep, it would be chamomile. There's something very gentle, very comforting about it. The secret lies in a natural compound called apigenin. When you drink chamomile, apigenin connects with tiny receptors in your brain that act almost like brakes for your nervous system. Once those brakes are pressed, your body eases out of high gear, your mind quiets down, and you naturally start drifting toward rest. I remember reading a study back in 2015 that followed older adults who drank chamomile every day for 2 weeks. The results were striking. Their sleep quality improved, and they felt less worn out during the day. And among folks over 60, the effect was even more noticeable. David, a 65-year-old from Florida, told me he used to lie in bed for 20 minutes every night before sleep finally came. But when he replaced his usual evening habit with a warm cup of chamomile, he was asleep in about 5 minutes. And even better, he stayed asleep instead of waking up so often. The best way to enjoy chamomile is simple. Let the flowers or a tea bag steep in hot water just long enough to draw out the flavor, then sip it slowly about 45 minutes before bed. That gives your body time to absorb it and start sending those relax signals. Some people like to add a touch of ginger or vanilla for warmth, but even plain chamomile has a delicate, soothing taste. I should mention, though, don't drink it scalding hot. That can raise your heart rate a little, which works against the calm you're aiming for. And it's best without sugar, since sugar makes the brain more active rather than relaxed. If you're already taking sedatives or blood thinners, it's wise to check with your doctor first, since chamomile can make their effects stronger. But here's what I love about it. Unlike sleeping pills, chamomile doesn't force your body to shut down. It doesn't leave you groggy or foggy the next morning. Instead, it gently invites your body into a state where sleep can happen naturally. For many people, a single cup of chamomile tea before bed feels like being wrapped in a soft blanket on a cool night, safe, calm, and ready to rest. Drink number 3, lightly warmed coconut water. Electrolyte balance for fewer nighttime trips. When most people think of coconut water, they picture a summertime refresher. But here's something not everyone knows. When gently warmed, coconut water can actually be a lifesaver for those who keep waking up at night to use the bathroom, a problem many adults over 60 struggle with. The secret lies in its natural electrolytes, especially potassium and magnesium. Together, these minerals help steady the nervous system and calm bladder contractions, which means fewer interruptions in the middle of the night. On top of that, magnesium relaxes your muscles and eases tension in the nervous system. 2 things that are essential for staying in deep sleep. In fact, a 2017 study in the Journal of Sleep Disorders Research showed that adding balanced electrolytes in the evening can significantly reduce nighttime awakenings caused by overactive bladders, particularly in older adults. Carol, 68, from Arizona, is a wonderful example. She used to get up 4 times a night. But once she started sipping lightly warmed coconut water in the evening, that number dropped to just once. And for the first time in years, she told me she could sleep 5 solid hours straight. It's simple to prepare. Just take about half a cup, 100 milliliters of fresh coconut water, unsweetened, no preservatives, and warm it gently until it's about the same temperature as a cozy cup of tea. The best time to drink it is right after dinner, giving your body a chance to absorb and use the electrolytes before bed. If you have kidney issues or have been told to limit potassium, though, check with your doctor first. There are a couple of things to avoid. Drinking cold coconut water at night can stimulate the bladder and actually make the problem worse. And drinking it too close to bedtime doesn't give your body time to process the fluid, which adds pressure to the bladder. I like to think of potassium as a messenger that keeps the body's signals running smoothly so your nerves don't get jolted awake by surprise. The lesson here is simple. 1 small cup of warm coconut water, taken at the right time, can be a natural, gentle way to cut down those nighttime bathroom trips and help you enjoy deeper, more restful sleep. Drink number 4, golden milk with black pepper, stress-busting sleep elixir. There's a drink I often call a warm blanket for the mind because the moment you take a sip, it feels as if your whole body is being soothed, and that's golden milk or turmeric milk. The magic comes from curcumin, the active compound in turmeric. Curcumin doesn't just calm inflammation throughout the body, it also helps lower cortisol, the stress hormone that keeps so many of us wired at night. At the same time, it activates GABA, a neurotransmitter that tells the brain to slow down and settle into quiet. Add just a pinch of black pepper, and curcumin becomes many times more absorbable, thanks to a special compound in pepper. I think of Michael, 63, from New York. He told me he used to lie awake for more than 40 minutes every night, his mind racing with endless thoughts. But after just 1 week of sipping golden milk with a touch of black pepper before bed, he said he was falling asleep faster, staying asleep longer, and even waking with less knee pain in the mornings. The way he made it was simple. He gently warmed a cup of almond milk or oat milk, stirred in a little turmeric powder and a pinch of black pepper, and drank it slowly once the house had quieted down. He did mention one important tip. Don't drink it on an empty stomach, since turmeric can sometimes feel a little harsh if your stomach is bare. What I love about golden milk is that you don't have to change your whole evening routine. You don't need to unroll a yoga mat or sit in meditation for half an hour. All it takes is a few minutes in the kitchen, a comfortable chair, and those warm, spiced sips will take care of the rest. And soon, you'll notice that when your body is truly relaxed, sleep comes naturally, without the need for a single pill. Drink number 5, warm gelatin or bone broth, the ultimate sleep and recovery drink. Here's a little-known secret that can bring both deep sleep and a wonderful sense of recovery the next morning: a warm cup of gelatin or bone broth before bed. What makes these two so special is their rich content of glycine, an amino acid that slows the heart rate, calms the nervous system, and helps the brain slip into slow-wave mode. That's the stage where we experience the deepest, most restorative sleep. A 2007 study in neuropsychopharmacology found that people who took glycine before bed not only fell asleep more easily, but also woke up feeling more refreshed and energized. I'm reminded of Emma, 66, from Colorado. She'd struggled with knee pain for years and often woke up at night because of the discomfort. But after just 10 days of drinking a warm cup of gelatin before bed, she told me her joints felt noticeably better, and for the first time in years, she was sleeping through the night. Making it is simple. If you're using gelatin, dissolve a teaspoon in about half a cup, 4 ounces or 120 milliliters of warm water and stir until smooth. If you prefer bone broth, choose a low-sodium version, heat it gently, and sip it slowly about 30 to 45 minutes before bedtime. The key is to keep it light, not too salty, not too heavy, so it won't upset your stomach or leave you thirsty in the middle of the night. What I love most about this drink is that it doesn't just help you sleep better. It's also a gift to your joints and muscles. You'll wake up in the morning feeling lighter, more flexible, and ready to move. Something all of us hope for no matter our age. Common mistakes to avoid when improving your sleep. There's something many people often overlook. No matter how good your bedtime drink is, just a few small mistakes can undo all the benefits. Take Robert, 64, from North Carolina. He'd heard chamomile tea was great for sleep, so he brewed himself a big 10-ounce cup and drank it right before bed. The result? He still woke up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom, and his sleep was cut short. When I suggested he reduce the amount to a smaller cup, just 4 ounces, or about 120 milliliters, and drink it 45 minutes earlier, something remarkable happened. He slept straight through until morning. This is a mistake I see often. Many people drink too much, too close to bedtime, so their body doesn't have time to settle or process the liquid. Others unknowingly pick drinks with added sugar, something that not only raises blood sugar but also stimulates the nervous system, making it harder to fall asleep. Some people neglect the importance of a consistent bedtime, even though the body's internal clock works best when it stays on a steady rhythm. And a few try too many drinks at once, which makes it impossible to know which one is actually helping. The key is to make adjustments one step at a time. Pick a single drink, use it regularly for a few days, and pay attention to how your body responds. Drink it at the right time, usually 45 to 90 minutes before bed. Small changes like these can make a big difference, helping you not just sleep longer, but sleep deeper, so you wake up in the morning feeling restored instead of worn out. 5 practical tips to maximize your sleep success. One thing I always remind people who come to me about sleep is this: it's not about doing more things, it's about doing the right things at the right time. Start with the amount you drink. A small cup, about 4 to 5 ounces, or 120 to 150 milliliters, is plenty to give your body the nutrients it needs without putting pressure on your bladder. And timing matters. Don't drink it right before you crawl into bed. The golden window is about 60 to 90 minutes before sleep. That gives your body time to digest, absorb, and relax without waking you up at 2 in the morning. Next, think about what you drink. Choose something nourishing, like warm almond milk, chamomile tea, or lightly warmed coconut water, instead of plain water. At the same time, build the habit of visiting the bathroom before bed. It sounds simple, but it can cut down the number of times you wake up at night. And don't rush into trying everything at once. Pick one drink, use it for a week, and then notice how your body responds. I think of Nancy, 69, from Michigan. She told me she was drinking almond milk in the evenings but still couldn't sleep deeply. When I asked more, I discovered she was scrolling on her phone right up until the moment she closed her eyes. Once she shut off the blue light and kept her room dark, cool, and quiet, her sleep stretched an extra hour each night. You see, it doesn't take a total lifestyle overhaul. Just a few small tweaks, drinking the right amount at the right time, choosing the right beverage, and creating the right sleep environment can turn a restless night into a full, refreshing sleep. And when you sleep well, everything else in your day becomes easier, lighter, and far more enjoyable. Call to action. Join our 7-day sleep challenge. As you've seen, the drinks we've shared today can make a real difference in the quality of your sleep. But here's the truth. Drinks alone aren't the whole story. Deep, restorative sleep comes from the way we care for our entire lifestyle. Even the smallest changes can have big effects. Spending just 5 quiet minutes before bed, focusing on your breath, can calm the mind and prepare the body for rest. Turning off blue light from phones or TV an hour before sleep tells your brain it's time to wind down. Keeping a steady sleep schedule, going to bed and waking up at the same time each day, helps reset your body's internal clock. And for many people, the gentle hum of white noise, like rainfall or ocean waves, can drown out background sounds and help you stay asleep. I think of James, 61, from Seattle. He started with chamomile tea, but once he added 5 minutes of evening meditation, his deep sleep increased by nearly 40%. It's a perfect example of how combining the right drink with simple lifestyle shifts multiplies the results. And now, I want to invite you to join something simple but powerful. Our 7-day sleep challenge. Here's how it works. Pick one of the 5 drinks I shared today. Use it consistently for 7 nights in a row. Pay attention to how your body responds. Do you fall asleep faster? Do you wake up less often? Do you feel more refreshed in the morning? Then, share your results in the comments. Or if you use social media, post on X and tag our channel so we can celebrate together. To make it easy, I've prepared a free PDF with all the recipes and helpful tips. You can download it right from the link in the description. Hundreds of people have already joined this challenge, and many have reported up to a 50% improvement in their sleep. I truly believe that if you give yourself this chance, you'll be surprised by the changes you feel. So why not start tonight? Choose your drink, take part in the 7-Day Sleep Challenge, and let's build a community of older adults across America who sleep better, live healthier, and wake up ready for life. And don't forget, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next set of tips, and share this video with a friend or loved one. They might be looking for the same gift of deeper sleep that you're about to discover.